To begin the disassembly of your 4th generation iPod Touch, use a hot air heat gun or a blow dryer and heat up the sides of the iPod. This will loosen up the adhesive holding your touchscreen glass digitizer panel in place. Once adequate heat has been applied to your front touchscreen glass digitizer panel, use a metal spudger to safely remove the glass from the housing of your iPod Touch. Be careful during this process, and if necessary, wear safety goggles so that glass shards do not get into your eyes. If necessary, you can apply additional heat to try and separate any adhesive that is very tight to the frame. Once the glass panel has been lifted up, you will want to go ahead and clean up all the little shards of glass that are still stuck to the bottom of your screen as well as the top of your screen. Once you have cleared away all of your glass shards, go ahead and move your home button off to the side. Next, using a safe open pry tool, go ahead and pop off the metal ribbon connector that covers up your camera on your iPod Touch. Next, using a Phillips 00 screwdriver, you will want to remove the following 8 screws. Make sure to keep them in the same order as they are sized differently. With the 8 screws removed, you can go ahead and remove the metal back plate. Please note that that cable I just pointed to is very sensitive and can pull up easily. So I suggest using your fingers and holding down in that spot while you lift up the back plate. The reason for this is because the back plate can sometimes pull that cable up and rip it right off. The only way to fix this cable is to solder on a new one, so you definitely do not want to rip that cable during this process. Once again, just carefully lift up this metal back plate, continually placing pressure exactly where you see my 2 fingers are on the left side so that this cable does not rip off. Now you're going to go ahead and remove one Phillips 00 size screw that holds your motherboard down in place. Once the screw is removed, go ahead and use a safe open pry tool and pop up your motherboard slightly. Please note the camera is still in place, so you will need to pop the camera up right here. Push it towards the motherboard and it should pop up safely. Do not detach the flex cable from the motherboard. Go ahead and carefully push your motherboard up. Once again, paying attention to the cable on the left side that we went over in the last step, making sure not to rip that flex cable. Once the motherboard has been pried up enough for you to be able to remove the digitizer flex cable, You will want to go ahead and release this copper tape covering the Digitizer Flex cable. Please note it just wraps around the cable itself. So you will want to go ahead and unwrap it, and once it has been removed, you can go ahead and unclip the Digitizer Flex cable from your 4th generation iPod Touch. From this point, you can go ahead and install your new touchscreen glass digitizer and LCD assembly.